Haunted road trip, chilling horror stories. As the cloak of night descends upon Route 66, the legendary highway reveals its spectral inhabitant. Here, amid the stretches of asphalt that slice through the heartland of America, travelers whisper tales of a ghostly motorist, a relic of a bygone era when the road was king. Story 1. It's midnight on Route 66, a moonlit and desolate section bordered by whispering sands and distant silhouettes of gnarled trees. The road, infamous for its historic charm and cross-country lore, tonight hosts something far more chilling. As the clock strikes 12, the air grows thick with anticipation, and the faint scent of gasoline and motor oil seems to permeate the atmosphere. Narrator: Jennifer and Michael, a young couple headed to California in search of new beginnings, find themselves on this historic route. As they drive, the soothing sounds of the car's engine and the occasional sweep of another vehicle passing are the only breaks in the monotonous hum of the road. But tonight, their journey takes a turn into the unknown. As the clock's hands align at midnight, Michael notices a pair of headlights emerging from the void behind them. The lights grow larger, and the engine's roar becomes distinct, almost aggressive. He mentions it to Jennifer, trying to mask his nervousness with a laugh. But as the car draws closer, its shape remains frustratingly indistinct, shrouded in a mist that seems out of place on this dry night. The headlights draw uncomfortably close, filling their car with blinding light. As Michael grips the wheel, bracing for a collision, the lights suddenly veer off. Looking back, they see nothing but the empty road. The phantom car has vanished, leaving no trace but the lingering sound of its engine, a haunting echo in the still night. Shaken, they pull over at the next diner, where a wrinkled old man sipping coffee nods knowingly at their tail. He speaks of a reckless driver from the 1960s, a young man who loved nothing more than the thrill of speed and the roar of his engine, a spirit now doomed to repeat his last fatal joyride. He races towards a finish line he'll never reach, the old man murmurs, staring into his coffee as if it were the portal to another time. Jennifer and Michael leave a diner unsettled, leaving the phantom motorist story behind. As they drive, Route 66 becomes more mysterious, with its history and legend holding onto its secrets. At midnight, the highway occasionally reveals the echoes of its spectral inhabitants. Story 2. Haunted road trip, chilling horror. Stories. The Hitchhiker of Bluebell Hill. The winding roads near Bluebell Hill, shrouded in a perpetual mist, serve as the backdrop for one of Kent's most enduring ghost stories. This spectral narrative weaves through the local lore, chilling the spines of those who travel this lonely route. Narrator: Tom, a young man with a keen interest in local legends, drives along Bluebell Hill one rainy night. His headlights cut through the fog, revealing brief glimpses of the road ahead. As he rounds a bend, he notices a figure standing by the roadside, her thumb extended. Slowing down, he realizes it's a young woman, dressed in a distinctly 1960s-style dress, soaked from the rain and looking distressingly out of place. Compelled by concern, Tom stops the car and opens the passenger door. The woman, silent and seemingly lost in thought, climbs in without a word. Her presence fills the car with a cold chill, and the air thickens with an unspoken sadness. Tom tries to make conversation, asking her where she needs to go, but she only nods toward the road ahead, her gaze fixed on the passing scenery. Curiosity mixed with unease, Tom glances at her several times, noting the distant look in her eyes. Her clothes are anachronistic, her style a faded echo of a bygone era. As they approach the section of the road known for its ghostly sightings, Tom turns to ask if she's okay. But as his eyes meet the passenger seat, he finds it empty, save for the still buckled seatbelt. Shocked, Tom pulls over, heart racing. The car door has never opened, the seat is still shaped by someone's recent presence, yet he is undeniably alone. The air inside the car feels colder, and a profound sorrow lingers, as if the woman left behind a residue of her own tragic history. Tom, haunted by the encounter with the hitchhiker at Bluebell Hill, drives away, realizing he's become a part of the legend and witness to the haunting of the road. Story 3. Haunted road trip, chilling horror stories. The haunted tunnels of Pennsylvania. Deep in the heart of Pennsylvania, The abandoned turnpike tunnels stand as hollow echoes of their former bustling selves. These forsaken structures, now overtaken by nature and neglect, have become a dark magnet for thrill seekers and ghost hunters alike. Narrator: Alex, Jordan, Casey, and Sam, 4 friends with a shared interest in the paranormal, arrive at the tunnels equipped with flashlights, cameras, and a mix of excitement and apprehension. As they stand at the entrance of the first tunnel, the fading light seems to be swallowed by the darkness within. With a collective breath, they step into the echoing void. Their footsteps crunch on the gravel, the sound unnaturally loud in the encompassing silence. The beam of their flashlights dances on the graffiti-laden walls, casting eerie shadows that flicker and twist. The deeper they go, the cooler it becomes, and a general sense of unease begins to settle over the group. Suddenly, a sharp sound cuts through the quiet, the unmistakable screech of tires on the old road surface. The group freezes, the beam of their flashlights quivering slightly as they scan the darkness. A child's laughter follows, light and haunting, echoing off the tunnel walls. The sound is both nearby and impossibly distant, sending shivers down their spines. As they proceed, cautiously now, a shadowy figure appears at the tunnel's far end. It's indistinct, barely more than a darker patch against the deep black of the tunnel. The friends call out, challenging the presence, but the figure remains motionless. Driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, they move toward it. But as they advance, the figure seems to recede, keeping just beyond the reach of their lights. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, it vanishes. The friends rush to the spot where it stood, finding nothing but the cold, damp air of the tunnel. The laughter and tire screeches are gone now, replaced again by the oppressive silence. The friends are trapped in a haunted tunnel in Pennsylvania, fearing what might be beyond their sight. As they retreat, they encounter the comforting sounds of the living world, leaving with more questions than answers, as the tunnels retain their secrets and shadows. Story 4. Haunted Road Trip. Chilling Horror Stories. The Lost Travelers of Clinton Road. Clinton Road, nestled in the dense forests of New Jersey, is shrouded in mystery and menace. Renowned for its unexplained phenomena and chilling encounters, this secluded road is a beacon for those drawn to the paranormal. Narrator: Mark has always been fascinated by the stories surrounding Clinton Road. With his camera ready, he drives slowly along the road, his eyes scanning the dense woods. As night fully envelops the area, he pulls over and sets up his equipment. The only sounds are the whisper of the wind and the distant call of a night bird. He doesn't have to wait long. Shortly after setting up, Mark's camera, equipped with night vision, picks up an unsettling image: 2 red eyes watching from the darkness of the forest. He steadies his breath and zooms in, trying to distinguish any features, but the figure remains a pair of glowing points in the pitch black. Curious and slightly unnerved, Mark leaves the safety of his car to investigate. As he moves closer to where he saw the eyes, the underbrush rustles softly underfoot. Then, clear and unmistakable, the sound of children laughing reaches his ears, playful yet somehow off, too cold, too distant. He swings his camera around, trying to catch a glimpse of who might be lurking in the shadows. The laughter seems to move, leading him deeper into the woods. As he follows, soft whispers join the laughter, phrases too quiet to fully understand, spoken in the voices of children. The air grows colder, and a sense of unease settles deep in his bones. Despite his extensive experience with haunted locations, Mark feels a fear that urges him to turn back. But just as he decides to retreat, his camera picks up a faint image, a fleeting silhouette of a small figure darting between the trees. It disappears as quickly as it appeared, leaving behind a chilling silence that hangs heavily in the air. Mark reviews footage of a mysterious scene on Clinton Road, capturing red eyes, a shadowy figure, and disembodied laughter, leaving him with a haunting blend of intrigue and trepidation, reminding him of unsolved mysteries. Conclusion. As we leave these haunted stretches behind, we carry with us not just tales of terror and mystery, but a reminder of the thin veil between the known and the unknown. For those who dare to look, Listen and linger. The road less traveled is always waiting, its stories ready to be retold.